well, we got it on the ground. Got it off the frame. So you can see what this frame looks like. I didn't even look at it when I was pulling it out. That was something I had seen there too. I don't know what that was. Somebody cut something out right here. I don't know if they put an exhaust in there and did that, but they only did it on that side. Did a pretty good patch job, so I ain't too worried about that. Oh, the frame looks really good. Not hard to clean. Yeah, I've got new cab mounts, but these cab mounts are actually pretty good in the rear, but they're not going to match up with what I need, because them are no good in the front. And I'm sure mine are probably not that flat. I'll have to compare them. Mine are actually a little bit higher. But I've got matching for the whole front and rear and everything, the bed, so my stuff's going to sit a little bit higher on the frame, not very much higher, probably a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch, which I don't think it'll interfere with my rag joint. If it is, I'm sure I can loosen that gearbox and tweak it a little bit or something. But yeah, I'm gonna wheel this thing outside, and Izzy's gonna start scraping tomorrow in the shade. So you gotta get some cardboard to catch all the scrapings. And once it's fairly clean, I'll purple stuff it and pressure wash it. But yeah. Alright, that's where we're at. I'll come back tomorrow, and I didn't even check to see if I could open these doors, which doesn't look like I can. Nope. And the door's still closed good, so it didn't get tweaked by lifting it or taking it off. Let's see, I might have a little more room on this side. Nope. So, I put it on jack stands and set it down, and you can see what we got cut out there. Some over there. I have to look and see how far. This side, yeah, you know, I was thinking about just doing sectional patch, but the more you look at it and then you see pinholes, it's like, well, just cut it out. Cut it out. Quit it. Cut it out. Remove. Alright, I'm not doing the full pan all the way up underneath, because it just starts getting bad right where it bends up there. And I think my pans, some cheap pans, go way up in there, so we'll see what it looks like when I get it pulled out and compared. And these things here, they kind of, I guess they incorporate the whole section instead of making that in two parts like this. If you look and see, they make it in like a two-part. They make that into a one-part now, I guess. It just, you weld it right to the bottom of the pan, shape of the pan. Let's hope we got some of the right shapes, because it looks a little strange. We'll see. Yeah, I kind of see how that's different, I think. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll come back when we get this all figured out, cut up, chopped up. I'm going to do one side at a time. I don't want to tweak too much. My door's got to close perfectly, just like they do now. Gap still holding front and back. Looks pretty straight, so we didn't do... got to be careful sometimes when you start cutting the floors out of these things. You lose a lot of structure, but just don't have a lot of bad spots, so we're just gonna, I think we'll be all right. The rocker panels are beautiful on this thing, inside and outside. Rocker panels are good, so all we have is floor rust and cab mount right there. I've already got the back done. Here was the other spot here on this side right here, and the bottom of this was really bad. Let's get you all up underneath there. See, that one's horrible. It filled up with pine needles from up here, so I'm going to cut that out and patch it. I'm sure there'll be some pieces somewhere. I've got some left over from when I cut the back short on the cab corners. They were supposed to go all the way up there. They were supposed to go all the way up to like here, I think, come across. Which I cut them way down short where it just needed the bottom sections fixed and up underneath. And I'm already getting some surface rust through my primer, which I ended up letting that thing sit outside for a little bit after I did this, which was a mistake. So I've got to clean that off. Still got a little bit of grinding to do on that spot over there, and you know, that's no Bondo, that's metal, so I think just a skim coat over it once I get that ground down a little more. I've got a little pin hole in this side. I think I just tap with the MIG welder. Should be fine. But yeah, we're getting it. Get a good look at the top now. Top of this truck's in great shape. I call that great shape. This is surface, and it looks like somebody may have used a, yeah, I can see the runs. Somebody used a clear coat or something over this. Yep, the rusty is shiny right there. So, looks good. That's good they did that. Trip rail all looks good. It's got that seam sealer up in here, which is really not good. I almost go through and dig that seam sealer out. Dig that seam sealer out and re-seam seal it. I'm probably not going to be happy what I find underneath that little lip, because you can see what it did down there on that part where they seam sealed. You know, that's what it looks like across there, because that's usually what happens to these trucks is they rust out, and I can feel the seam sealers just barely sitting in there, it feels like. Yeah, it moves a little bit. I can feel it in some spots moving. But yeah, probably a good idea to get that out. What do you do though? Looks like they stopped right there. Do you just leave it open and paint it? That might be the ticket, because see, it's open back here on the back side with no seam sealer in it. It looks like it's in good shape. Let's get some paint in it, clean it up. Probably run a little hand etch blaster over that, down in that groove right there, because this thing's in really good shape there. Yeah, see, if you don't put the seam sealer in there, it's probably better. Alright, well, we've chatted enough. Alright guys, y'all stay tuned. We'll come back when we start cutting these floors out on that side, and thinking about doing the passenger side first. And then I'll do the driver's side. So, all right, y'all stay tuned. Thanks for watching.